Welcome to NWT's curriculum for ICT-supported learning called Literacy with Information and Communication Technology Across the Curriculum, or Literacy with ICT for short. This is a curriculum for all students and teachers in the NWT. Literacy with ICT is defined as learning about and choosing ICT to critically, creatively, and ethically use, produce, and communicate meaning. That definition involves many endeavors, some of which are already embraced by other curricula. The overwhelming consensus on technology in education is that it can be a powerful support to rigorous thought and inquiry. No matter how eye-catching, technology will not save a weak lesson or a shallow expression of student learning, even if the technology was the initial catalyst for student engagement. Tools and techniques must frequently be discussed, but the tool remains the servant to critical and personalized learning, all in the pursuit of those classical skills of planning, collaborating, gathering, critiquing, creating, communicating, and so on. How is literacy with ICT structured to deliver its support? To help answer this, the K-12 poster provides a visual, big-picture overview of literacy with ICT's developmental continuum. Firstly, there are two domains that reflect stages of student cognitive and affective development. These domains are organized by Bloom's taxonomy, expressed across 4 divisional levels, grades K-12. The rows represent stages of inquiry typical of those across the curriculum. The outcomes for each divisional level are differentiated over a 3-year period. In this example of the grades 7 to 9 assessment continuum, the outcomes for grades 7 to 9 should be accomplished by grade 9. In Part 2 of the Infusion Guide, these outcomes have been prepared for student self-assessment with simplified language, as previously stated, to be realized over a 3-year period, moving from beginning to learn, to learning as I go, to learning and teaching. And, with greater detail, for teacher assessment of students. Also, checklists are provided for teachers to guide their own learning in support of students. On page 160 of the Infusion Guide, several 3-year plans for teacher skill development are shown. Finally, reporting to parents with these and other tools is left to the various regions and schools to decide upon. The Infusion Guide is designed to provide you with starting points at whatever technology level you are at. The front matter explains the rationale for the approach the program takes. Part 2 on assessment provides tools ready to be used for your benchmark assessments. Part 3 displays 76 illustrated choices of ICTs to be considered for your classroom. Over 90% of these are cross-platform examples. Part 4 presents 21 different uses for the common digital image in concert with other technologies. Part 5 provides templates that your students can use either electronically or in paper hard copy during inquiries. Part 6 outlines instructions for use of some of the NWT's most common software tools, and where to access our licensed resources to prepare students for safe, critical, and ethical use of the Internet. Now that we've looked at what literacy with ICT is, its supporting poster and Infusion Guide, let's review the implementation and collaborative support components of literacy with ICT. From the advice of piloting teachers, 2 hard copies of the Infusion Guide were sent to the school along with enough CDs containing all literacy with ICT documents. On the CD, 150 NWT teacher-created lessons were provided, demonstrating ICT-supported teaching from your disciplines. On page 161 in the Infusion Guide, there's a schedule showing the dates of ECE-sponsored web conferences offered during the 2012-13 school year. Links for these recorded web conferences are found in the Literacy with ICT Work Wiki within the NWT ECE private label house. You will also find wikis there built for each conference theme. How to access these conferences is explained on page 161 of the Infusion Guide. Ask your school's technology mentor about how to access the free wiki. In every school's package, there are enough continuum posters for each teacher to have one. Every teacher has free access to a social bookmarking site called NWT Curriculum Links that supports the resources laid out in the Infusion Guide, especially Part 3. This resource will grow and change as more ECE curriculum coordinators provide strong web links to their curricular outcomes. Short YouTube video tutorials will be made available periodically to demonstrate ICT-supported learning. These can be accessed either from within the YouTube channel NWT Sharing Knowledge or at the new ECE website that will be launched in early February 2013. Look for them within Curriculum K-12 and then Literacy with ICT. Transdisciplinary projects will be undertaken. For the 2012-13 school year, a haiku digital photography project is being conducted with all NWT schools called My North. Finally, when it is useful, ECE staff will meet where teachers are gathered to discuss and demonstrate ICT-supported learning. The piloting teachers of Literacy with ICT prove the benefit of volunteer technology mentors, or TMs, in every school to share, coordinate, and communicate about ICT-supported learning. TMs make the special effort to share their ICT-supported learning techniques with colleagues. TMs can open up whole new fields of learning when they share their use of ICT, whether it's their use of Microsoft PowerPoint to conduct digital storytelling, kidblog.org for student writing emphasis across the curriculum, Voki.com avatars to speak for students, wikis to collaborate on documents and knowledge, or hypertexting in Microsoft Word. Coordination responsibilities might include making staff aware of the next web conference and how they can participate in it from a central area, or from an area of the teacher's own choosing. A TM would communicate the email of the teacher who wants to access a web conference from home instead of at school. TMs can coordinate the submission to ECE of transdisciplinary work, as with the My North project. TMs could coordinate the introduction and demonstration of Media Smarts tutorials to colleagues who will use the cyberbullying, online privacy, online research, and media awareness tutorials with students. Making staff aware of the latest tutorials about ICT-supported learning and possibly facilitate the watching of them could also be a part of TM work. Finally, TMs look out for, collect, and communicate links to web conferences that can be built into our ECE social bookmarking site for NWT teachers. In short, TMs are mentors who support their peers in acquiring and using ICT-supported learning skills. Literacy with ICT has a whole section on metacognition, motivation, and confidence. Digital resilience is a great skill in our information age. Picasso's words about continuing to do things that he couldn't do, just to learn how to do them, can encourage us to be lifelong digital learners. If you have any questions about how to grow the use of ICT-supported learning at your school, please contact your TM or the Literacy with ICT coordinator at ECE. All the best with ICT at your school.